Okay guys, today is Tuesday, September the 6th, around 10 p.m. New York time. Guys, as we covered today in the forum early in the afternoon New York, we know that the US dollar is getting close to end a cycle. A cycle that started here around the 73.52 area, when you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swings. That's an impulse that is pretty close to end. In a 1 hour, we can see already divergency, send this high, which is the wave 3 of 3. So we're pretty sure that a bounce against the dollar is about to happen. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna wait in order before we're gonna attack the dollar. Now, minimum, the dollar is going to trade to around 74.40 area, or the previous fall that comes around 74.67 area if it's going to renew higher. That's in the 1 hour. Now, on the 4 hour of the dollar, we have been showing you guys two scenarios. One, which is the most bearish of all the scenarios, which is the one that goes with the euro, is that this is a flat when you got A, B, and a C flat ending here and going lower. Let me tell you guys that in a 1 hour, in the 4 hour, I don't see divergency yet here, but I see the way struck to where we're defined there. So I'm assuming that this is wave A or wave C to be completed. All we care, guys, is that the cycle ended from here to here is pretty close to the end. Now, three scenarios. The first one, A, B, C to 77.50, lower. Second scenario, A, B and a triangle, and C as a flat. And as you know, the third scenario is the bullish one, which is I don't like it, but it's there, so I have to mention you guys. Now, let's keep moving and see oil. Oil, it looks like it did 5 ways down and now is recovering back right here, and I see oil around 87 possible getting a bounce lower. Now, what remains a little bit about oil is that we are expecting a bounce of dollar in risk. In other words, the US dollar winnings. So let me see if oil gets into one of those stage when it doesn't move that much, and that's what we needed in order to see oil that at the end we see oil that we've been mentioning, guys, trading lowers to around 65 before any significant recovery. That's what we are expecting, and that goes pretty well with the C way in the flat, and sorry, in the dollar to around 77.40. Now, let's move on pretty fast to the individual pairs. Okay, within the individual pair, we're going to start with the euro dollar. We're still favoring the idea of a flat on the euro dollar, but seeing, guys, another pairs around the market like the Aussie, New Zealand, even CAD, even oil, we believe that even though we're favoring this count, which is calling for this one and this to be a flat wave 2, there is a scenario which is totally possible on the euro when this is W, this is S, and now we're ending wave A with 3 backs and then a test around 135, 136 in the euro. Now, let me mention something, guys. I was telling DV, a friend today, which is that in the weekly, as we've been mentioning and you guys know, in the weekly, there is a huge trend line right here that comes around 39.50 area. Now, if that trend line is broken, then the euro looks like it's gonna test is gonna go lower, and then euro minimum is gonna look for something around 135 area, which is the equal legs here, and also is the 618 comes around 136. Now the drop in the euro, if it's gonna go below the last June low, do not need to be in 5 ways, because this wasn't a 5-way and this wasn't a 5-way. But still, guys, I see this as a bullish consolidation, and I'm gonna stay like this until the market proves me wrong. So tonight we should see the test of the trend line around the 139.50 area, and then getting back to the 4-hour right there on the euro. We see that a number that you guys can take in consideration is the 39.52. Why? Because it's the 1.236%. There was a huge buyer yesterday at 140.60. Look at the spike that was out of that, and then it retreat. I believe 139.52 is a good buying opportunity against 138.33, making the case to a move higher. So that's why we were waiting for a while, and it looks like tonight is gonna happen. All right, that's about the euro. Now, what else as I see interesting around the market? First, New Zealand. The New Zealand, as you guys know, we are waiting for this structure to play out, and it looks like that 5 ways ended here, and what we are expecting is a 3 ways back before turning lower. That goes pretty well with the C, with the way C on the euro. Aussie. What we see in Aussie is about a cent. What we see is a possible wave 1 of A ending at this level, and a test higher to around 106.50 before going lower. And then another thing that goes pretty well with that idea is the euro CAD, which I believe is looking for an area around 137.44, and also showing a possibility that the Windex on the euro is not down yet. So technically we can see the euro CAD ending 1 degree here, and then we got the A, the B, and remember, we're trading against a defined risk which come at 134, but possible an area between 137 is very interesting in this pair, guys, in the euro CAD. Another pair that is showing a possible euro bullish after Windex is the euro pound, which we believe maybe is gonna test lower the trend line that comes here around 86.70 before trading higher. Now the S&P today, it looks like ended wave 3. 1 second, let me put it to you in 1 hour in the S&P. It looks like the S&P, due to the fact that there is no divergence on the lows, it did 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're expecting a set off in the S&P tomorrow to finish the proposal wave 1. And finally, let me show you cable short term and euro short term. We changed a little bit the count in cable, and we believe that cable, what it's doing is, as always, equal less. Look, A, B, C equals S, A, B, C equals. But I believe that possible cable is gonna test 158.77 area before going higher. So far what we got is 2 equal legs by the peak right there. After that, a recovery in cable. And finally, the euro in a 1 hour, what we see, it's in a scenario. We're seeing this as a possible wave 4, Because if you take, that's why 139.50 come in place. If you take a look at the last drop of a proposal wave 5, it looks like it did 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then that being the case, right now we are right here on the final nest, when we got 1 2 3 3 4 5. Then we got from here, we got 1 2 3 4 5. Gonna see how from this high it goes right there pretty good, and now we need the other nest or final nest that I believe that the 123.38 high that we got right here, carpet, and then now from there we're gonna see another low to around 139.50. So guys, in general, this is a time that you should not start, unless you're trading with a small risk. I believe that the dollar is about to make a bounce, and I believe that the next bounce on the dollar, it needs to be being bought after the first 5. You should bow sell the dollar into a proposal wave 3 or a proposal wave C of B. That's what I see on the dollar. Gold, I see a higher. S&P, I see a lower tomorrow, correcting lower in wave 5. The yen, I see possible yen strength, and the dollar swings, I don't see nothing, because we're thinking about taking those pairs out of the service, because if there won't be no move, no reason for us to be outdated. So guys, hope we can sell some risk tomorrow, and possible or buy some risk. Let's see how it goes. Thank you guys.